Another week, another Centre Circle podcast. What's happening, lads?
I'm all right, mate. Not bad.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's been about, what,
So you got
70,
4 reasons.
72 hours since...
Nothing.
Yeah, 72 hours since our defeat, so I'm over it now, you know. Weekend was already done, 10 p.m. Friday. I'm all right now.
You said that's how you did.
I'm great, man. The season was a write-off a long time ago, so the results don't affect me.
Yeah.
How you doing?
No, I'm not good still, I'm not going to lie.
Are the nerves shot?
Yeah, it's been a while. I don't know how to deal with this, you know. I don't know how to deal with this. If you take a statistical view to it, we're fine. We haven't lost how many games all season. We're not going to lose 3 in a week or draw 3 in a week.
Yeah, you never know.
But this is football.
Stranger things have happened.
Bruv, it's true. It is very, very true. So yeah. But yeah, the weekend had a few things to talk about. We're not talking results. So Mo Salah's been chirping again. That would have been a good one if it was still called Twitter, innit? After Liverpool's loss, he had some things to say about Slot without saying it about Slot, about the culture at the club. You know, it's not good enough for a club like this to win a game here and there. I'll be honest. When I read it, I was like, bro, shut up, man, you're leaving soon. But what do you think? You know, our resident Salah defence attorney.
Yeah, and I'm going to stand up for him again.
Shock.
You just said he's leaving, so it shouldn't really matter. But you can tell his admiration for the club is at a point where when he leaves, he wants the standards to still be there that got them to the place that they are to help them win 2 leagues in 5 years. People might come out and say, oh, it's a dig at Slot, it's a dig at the hierarchy. But all he's doing is coming out and saying, I want what's best for the club. And at the minute, I'm not seeing that. And by him saying, boys, if you want to hit certain markers in your career, you got up the levels. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that.
Man,
It's
all well and good saying that on the way out.
Boys, he wasn't talking to the boys. He was talking to Slot.
And it's all well and good saying that on the way out, but if your performances haven't been of a standard that you're chiming up on about, can you really sit there and say that on your? Can you really sit on your high horse?
Because what part are you playing to help this situation?
So him having one poor season negates everything that has happened.
And then we start conflating two
Did I say
different
that?
things.
Did I say that?
Come on,
Did you say that?
No one said that.
But you're saying,
we're talking
if
about here and
your
now.
performances haven't hit the markers, etc. None of the performances had, and he's saying collectively, he's not just saying, it's you. He hasn't pointed fingers. Remember that he hasn't pointed fingers. He's saying collectively, it's not good enough.
Keep by writing it, you're pointing fingers.
When he had the opportunity to lead by example, why hasn't he done that?
But obviously, he's not been able to do it on the pitch.
Why not?
So because levels drop. We've seen it with many a footballer, and we'll see it in the future going forward. So he hasn't been able to do it on the pitch. Can I just
follow that thread there? Yeah?
Okay, go on.
So he's not been able to do it on the pitch because his levels have dropped, which naturally happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can't do what you need to do to help the team, but you're still chatting about what everyone else is doing.
Right. But he's only one man.
Exactly. So shut your mouth and help out where you can.
And many a time we've seen one man grab a game by the scruff and take over and change the tide.
Steven Gerrard
done it many a time.
Didn't move like this. Even when he wasn't happy, we knew he wasn't happy. Didn't hear from him. You know who heard from him? The manager, loudly.
There you go.
Look, I just think, to be fair, this is one of the few times where he's being outspoken and it doesn't directly benefit him. Mm-hmm. Because the other times it was about him, his contract, he's not playing, blah, blah, blah. But I just think there's a way to go about it. And I think at this point he's taking the piss, I'll be honest.
I agree.
And I find it interesting because we do this thing where because someone's been great, yeah, they get away with murder. If it was anybody else, they'll be saying things need to stay in the dressing room, things need to stay in the training ground, all of this stuff. But when it's Mo Salah, it's all right. Bare explanations for him.
I just see it as him collectively saying the standards need to be raised. I don't think there's
He doesn't need
anything
to say it
wrong
on
with that.
Twitter. Go in the change room and say it.
Imo probably has.
So why does he need to say it on Twitter? He's
Because
showboating.
he's not showboating. He's expressing his love and desire for the club.
Nonsense.
And the best way to do it in this day and age, unfortunately, is via social media.
He doesn't agree with how the manager is moving and dealing with things, so he's flexing his muscles by saying what he wants to say in public, knowing that nothing's going to happen to him. That's what's happening. Let's be honest. That's what's
And
happening
nothing
to him.
should happen to him.
It's a spat. It's basically a spat.
You know what? On Sunday, because he'll get the mic on Sunday, he should air him out on Sunday at the stadium too.
All right, this is going
Give
to
him
be
the
nasty,
mic.
you know.
Give it a mic.
This is
But-
going to be nasty, you know.
If I was Slot and I know for sure I'm staying, do what you're doing. Come out. You're going to come out in the week. Like, do what you're doing. I think he's smart enough to know that this is not a fight you're going to win. And ultimately, he wins because he's the one staying and Mo Salah's the one going. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Because I think if it was a different time, Salah had another year on his contract. He's on good money. He would have hung around for that. Yeah, I'm sure he got paid out some of it, but yeah, you let him say what he wants on the mic. If I'm Slot, I'll be like, yeah, thanks, goodbye. That's it.
So-
I'll be here next week and you won't be.
So,
But he might not even be here for Sunday. To be fair,
in light of the back and forth between Salah and Slot,
yeah, it's a spat, isn't it? It's basically a spat. But
got
where does
me-
this rank?
it got me thinking about previous situations where we've seen players and managers have public fallouts or public spats. So I decided to do my research, do my Googles, as they say. And I went back and I looked at some of the most notable kind of fallouts that we've witnessed in real time. And I feel like some of the ones that came up, and we'll rank them. Well, I decided to rank them in my top 5. But the ones that didn't make my top 5, I'll kind of just dig into those ones. And you lot just let me know what you think. Let's see if you actually remember them. One that came up that I brought a smile to my face just because of the way it unfolded was Tevez versus Mancini and the whole substitute gate. When when
I
Mancini
forgot about this.
told him to warm up and get ready and he said, nah.
Not today, my friend.
No, but what was it though? Was it like there was like 2 minutes left, or what? I think there was a couple elements where, you know what, you kind of like, you know what, Tevez is right, you know, but you can't do that, innit? Whenever I tell you to warm up, you're gonna come on.
I think the context around it was, look, it's a Champions League game. Tevez felt like he should have started. It was dragging on in the game a bit. Mancini's now decided to bring him on, and he's do you know who I am? Do you guys remember that? Do you remember that whole...
I do remember it, and I think
Spat.
Michael Richards, has talked about it, as he's talked about a lot of stuff at the time in the last year or so. And if I remember correctly, didn't Tevez moonwalk a little bit and basically say, no, it was a misunderstanding?
Yeah.
He didn't even stand on it and be like, no, I won't
he
coming on
didn't-
because
he
these
didn't
guys are...
stand, no.
Yeah, I do remember that. And Mancini, boy, typical Italian coach of the discipline. He never played again, did he, after that?
No,
No, not much. Yeah.
not much.
Mate, you should have just played. Should have just come on the pitch, fella.
So another one was Wayne Rooney and Louis van Gaal. They had a bit of a spat about the kind of philosophy in which Man United were playing, the way Van Gaal had them set up. Rooney wasn't really feeling his role within the team. Van Gaal decided to drop him. And it went public and it became a bit of a thing. Now, obviously, it wasn't fireworks on the level of Slot and Salah, but it was still quite unusual.
But I think that was more down to Rooney not having a British manager for the first time. Ferguson.
Oh,
So
that's
it
an
was-
interesting
it was,
angle.
it was Moyes,
That's a good
Ferguson, then Moyes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So getting used to a different philosophy, so to speak.
I thought it was more about he was coming towards the end or the latter years, and Van Gaal was not someone to do any soft landing. Yeah? So maybe he was just a bit too blunt, and Rooney were expected a certain level of respect, etc. To be fair, he's talked well about Van Gaal since, but again, I think I said it to you off mic, Isaac. I wouldn't have a few of these that you mentioned. I wouldn't even have thought of them. I didn't even, Rooney and Van Gaal was not a spat that I thought about, but I know you're coming to the real fireworks. So
So, okay. we'll get to it. We'll go from our top 5 and we'll start from 5 and work my way up. So number 5, I went with Mourinho versus. Although there was loads of names to choose from.
Yeah,
Mourinho and
versus- He's basically got like a WBC list, bruv.
But I think with this one, it was Mourinho versus Pogba, and I think this was what I remember of this. I think Pogba was an easy target. Now, granted, there was a lot of expectation on his shoulders. There was a lot of weight to carry, and he wasn't necessarily living up to the Pogba we saw at Juve. He was still doing jobs, but I think he became an easy target, and I think Mourinho kind of honed in on him, and that became.
Yeah, definitely. And what I remember from that, I think Sky Sports were video recording their training session, and then Mourinho went over to shake Pogba's hand, and there was a bit of a
stare down.
and Pogba just stared at him
No,
like,
it was the other
"Fam."
way. Pogba went to chat to him, and Mourinho said something, and Pogba was like, "What?"
Yeah, the look was just like,
Yeah, it was like, "What?"
he's like, "You're right, fam."
Pogba came like all normal empty, and he looked, and and I think Pogba talked about it recently on an interview or something, and effectively, I think he was injured, and he went to America for something, and then he went somewhere socially, and then he got a text from Mourinho saying, "Right, everyone's at the training ground working hard, and you're partying in America," and he was like, "Bro, I'm training just like I would in the UK, and I've just got out like I would in the UK. What's the difference?"
Optics.
Exactly.
Optics. And you know what? When he said it, I thought time difference as well, possibly.
Yeah.
Because think about it, he seen that in the morning. But yeah, that was, and that, you know what? That was interesting because before, I'm pretty sure Mourinho used to back Pogba about how he's a professional.
Yes.
Leave him alone just because he earns good money, blah blah blah, and then he just did a whole about turn.
It went absolutely sour.
But that was a light preliminary bout for Jose Mourinho. That was small chips for him.
So number 4 is for you Arsenal fans, Mikel Arteta versus Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I think that was quite a pivotal kind of back and forth because Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, he's not one to shy away from critiquing other people, right? And we know we've seen him do it before. The whole situation currently at Marseille.
Yep.
And, Arteta came in and he felt that he needed to get rid of certain players and stamp his authority. And he honed in on, as some would say, the leader of the gang,
Yeah.
Aubameyang.
And we've not had a proper striker since. Anyway, there's many different opinions on that situation. I've always said I think it was dealt with poorly.
I mean,
I think
he took his captaincy.
Yeah, I think it was.
Stuck him out on the left wing.
And when you think about the circumstances around it, he went to see his mum, his sick mum. That's why he left. And apparently, don't get me wrong, apparently he had been late a couple of times. And then that lateness was like the what's it called?
The stick they used to beat him
Yeah,
with.
exactly.
Yeah.
But there were so many circumstances around it. It just felt like they were just going to nail him to the cross regardless. Like the circumstances weren't anything that they cared about. So yeah, lots of people are like, no, he was ill-disciplined, etc. When you talk to other players, even Saka will tell you he's one of the biggest reasons he settled into the first team the way he did.
Yeah.
To this day, he talks about how Aubameyang looked after him, etc. The maths isn't mathing, bro. It's really not.
Do you think the board might have had something to do with that? Because obviously it's Arteta's first job. He, at the time, was a coach. So do you think the board were just like, we're just giving him this new contract. Can we move him on a bit, help out?
Well, remember that documentary? And even like the lawyer was saying, listen, he's not playing. We're going to have some, I don't know if she quite right as far as calling it constructive dismissal, yeah? But she's like, if you don't play him soon, you don't let him train, we're going to have a problem. And even Eddie was like, yo, Mikel, are you sure? Like, you could even see a little bit of doubt in his, like, you're taking this a little bit, do you know what I mean? But I think he saw it as an opportunity to stamp his authority.
Yes, I think
this
so.
was after the Mesut Ozil situation as well, I believe. So he definitely, and people will say I'm reaching, whatever, but there's definitely an air of, there were some people there that had slightly bigger personalities than he could control, and they could legitimize that with some of the stuff they've done in the game, which he can't talk to, right? So he just made sure that he got rid of certain people and certain level of player. So then now everyone there, the only version of their game that they know at a certain level is through Arteta.
Yeah.
essentially, and that's what he crafted.
Okay, so number 3 is one we kind of already touched on. Salah versus Slot. So we've already spoken
Ooh,
that.
that's number 3, yeah.
It's number 3 because there are
I think
some very explosive.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
There's stuff we haven't
Fallouts.
seen in it or heard.
Yes.
yeah, I'm so
Waiting for the
reason-
book. You're waiting for the book.
There you
Yeah,
go.
100%.
I think maybe in hindsight, or in retrospect, when we look back at it, this might go up to maybe 1 or 2. But I think
But
number
you know the
2
reason I wasn't gonna even say I'm surprised I made the top 5 because Slot hasn't even got involved. The other people.
I know Slot's been spicy in his press conferences. He's
Oh,
been
fair.
he's been throwing subs, as they would say.
Okay. Is it?
Indirect.
Oh, them ones.
Okay, so number 2, we're moving into Man United territory again. Roy Keane versus Fergie. This one was explosive.
Bro.
This one was...
You know what I like about this? There was no subs.
It was
machine for machine.
machine.
Hey, MUTV interview. Are you alright?
I've done it on home territory.
But I like that.
Talk
I
to
like
the
that,
fans.
you know.
No.
And
As an outsider, wonderful. But when you were asking for your big contract, it was the prawn sandwich brigade that pays for it, bro.
There you go.
It's the corporate tickets that are paying. And even though that those times he even said on overlap the other day, he was on how many millions a year. Them time there. Come on, bro.
yeah, they handled that well though. They were just like, none of this. We're not settling for it.
Bro, this is Fergie.
Out the door.
This is
Gotta
Fergie.
go.
The original godfather of English football. Me.
Mid-season too, you know. Remember, I
Me?
think people forget
Bruv,
that.
Yeah.
knock off.
It was mid-season.
Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was
bruv.
like a February or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Capo.
Hold it.
No one's bigger than the club.
Yeah.
You want to talk? All right.
You know, Fergie was a kid. You think I Mick McCarthy? Watch. Big Ferg.
Yeah, I think for me, the reason why that makes number 2, I mean, Roy Keane was such a big figure,
Yeah,
the
pivotal.
captain of the club, the leader for what he stood for, his presence on the pitch. Like,
Sorry, you know I'm laughing. I've just replayed the interview in my head. Yeah. Nah, his body language, something annoyed him that day, bro. The way he was in that interview is like, I'm just talking the things today.
I bet he didn't even want to do it.
Yeah, 100%
And
didn't want to do it.
just went in there, just let it go.
just
innit?
let loose in it.
And the way
Like,
he
oh,
says
we
stuff
can't
is
air
almost
this.
like,
Like,
and the way he says stuff is almost like there's nothing wrong with what I'm saying. He's like, they should go have a look at themselves. You know, just have a look. Yeah. No, that was. But I need to. What's number 1 then? If that's number 2, ooh, wait. Let me guess first. Number 1 involve Roy Keane again?
No.
No, you know.
Yeah.
All right, go on.
we'll touch on that.
Okay, so number 1 is...
Wait, let me guess again. Mesut Ozil.
No. And the reason why this is number 1 for me, and it wasn't so much player versus
I got it.
manager. It was player versus club. But
Ronaldo
the manager,
versus Real Madrid.
no.
Oh.
We're close.
Ronaldo United.
Exactly.
Oh,
Remember,
Second
Ten
stint.
Hag.
Oh,
Ten Hag was the mouthpiece for United, and it had everything. It had a Piers Morgan interview,
bro, the guy who went and did Piers Morgan.
an expose. He done an expose.
Hey, you know
Bro.
when things are happening at the time, yeah? Sometimes it's hard to see the ridiculousness of it all. He went to Piers Morgan because he wasn't playing.
Brother,
No, it wasn't even because he wasn't playing.
He was
It
playing.
was just about the standard of the facilities at United. Innit? So he's
Nah.
like, I've come back in, and when I left 13 years ago, the same equipment are still in the
the
gym.
jacuzzi ain't
That was
changed.
no. My point is that was a smoke screen. If Ten Hag didn't sub him and didn't do certain things,
Oh,
he would
when he
never have done
walked
an
off
interview.
down the tunnel,
So it
yeah.
wasn't about the facilities.
You
He
think
was
that
more.
was the smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more. I'm gonna show you that I'm bigger than you. Fergie's not here anymore. No one's bigger than the club, but I'm Cristiano.
Literally, and I feel like the reason why this was so, for me, it's number 1 because it was just the whole circus of it.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
it
said,
was mad.
he's going against the club.
Yeah.
Indirectly, he's aiming at the manager, but he's going against the club.
Yeah,
He's
he
trying
got
to show them.
suspended before they terminated the contract. Then they actually terminated the contract because of the fallout. It's
And
mad.
I rate them for it. And he knew what he was doing. You know where the dugout is at Old Trafford. The walk to the tunnel is long. So man subbed you, meant to sit there. Walks all the way down. He knew what he was doing.
But I think he thought it wouldn't get to that stage because of his status
Yeah.
as a Man United
He
legend.
thought Ten Hag would buckle, innit?
Yeah, he thought he could say it and kind of get away with it, essentially. But, yeah.
He doesn't know the Dutch, bro.
But yeah, going back to Mick McCarthy and Roy Keane, I think outside of club football, that's got to be
The biggest.
one of the biggest. I don't
The
know if
biggest.
you've seen the
movie.
movie dramatization of it.
Yeah.
It's mad. Like
No, I haven't seen it.
they were going at each other.
The way he...
C bombs, F bombs, all of it. Like it was bombs. Bombs
But
over
you see
Baghdad.
that one there, that one there is problems because you're the manager, you're at the front. So I'm the leader of this team. I'm the boss, and then you got a man talking to you like that from within the team.
Yeah.
And he's got the aura and the personality in the game. But let's be honest, Roy Keane was a bigger guy in football than Mick McCarthy.
I think I go.
So
I
So
agree.
you've got this weird dynamic where I'm the leader and this is international football, but everyone that's sitting there knows that Roy Keane is a real boss.
Yeah. So this was almost like it's transcended football. This is real kind of
Icons.
mano
Yeah.
kind of stuff. It's
But again, you look at
He
Roy
said, "Oh,
Keane.
I've got respect for the manager, bro. Allow it, man.
You look at Roy Keane and what he was complaining at, and you're thinking he kind of got a valid point.
100%.
To be honest,
But let's go back to what I was saying before. It's not what you're complaining about. It's how you're doing it. So in pointing out something, you're basically calling the manager a chief because you're calling him out in front of everybody.
Everybody.
We're at the World Cup. Roy, we don't come here every week, you know. So how about we fix what you want to fix without mash up the whole camp? And then the other problem is you're the biggest influence in this team. When we're on the pitch, our chances of winning are way higher. The opposition is scared. They feel that Roy Keane's playing. So what are you doing?
yeah.
Bruv,
As much as you
do
want
you want to be principled? Do you want to be right or do you want to be correct?
this is it. As much as you want to put your foot in the ground and stake your place as the head honcho, you kind of have to realize that you need your best assets, right?
yeah, definitely.
So sometimes you kind of have to take the L. But speaking of Mick McCarthy, who was it you that posted the academy stuff today?
Oh, Wolves.
Wait, that segue was sweet still.
Bruv.
Not gonna lie.
Yo, the link was linking.
And
1-0 Arsenal.
as we're recording, Arsenal go 1-0 up.
1-0 Arsenal.
Havertz.
Sorry, guys, I need to interrupt the flow of things. There is lots of reports that Pep Guardiola has confirmed his departure from Manchester City.
No, we knew that was coming.
Not a surprise.
I'm surprised it's coming now.
Yeah.
Are they using it as fuel for tomorrow night?
Nah.
It's out of their hands, isn't it? Like I don't think. Yeah, it's
I
out of their
think
hands.
he's just resigned. I think they resigned. They've just accepted.
So why today?
Rain and New Looks parade.
Maybe. We don't know if it's true, but the Daily Mail are reporting it
Fair
from a
enough.
verified source.
I
He was
did
still playing Koi on the weekend, so no one knew.
I did hear that there was the charges might be coming
Oh,
next
yeah.
month.
So we say Maresca, yeah, seamless.
I don't think it's that seamless, bro. I know he was part of the team, but I don't think they play the same football. I was listening to a podcast today where they were saying, guys, he's part of the team. Doesn't mean he plays the same football. We saw that at Chelsea. He wasn't playing Pep ball, but
Yeah, I think the style might be different, but I don't see it as a bad appointment.
no, I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
bad. I just I don't want people to think that it's Maresca, so it's a
It's an
lineage thing.
automatic.
I think for all the other reasons, yes, he knows the club, what great mentor, bit like Arteta, blah blah blah. So yeah, we'll see. But let's see if that pans out. He could have done it tomorrow after their game. Thanks, Pep. But you know, all's fair in love and war and all that. Anyway, back to Isaac's wonderful link. We've talked a lot about young players. Isaac's talked a couple of times about, playing too many minutes, starting from younger, etc. We've had Max Dowman make his debut at 15 or whatever it was this season. Lots of light is now being shone on, what's his name? JJ Gabriel, I want to say his name is a Manchester United.
Man United prodigy.
So it's quite timely. We've seen a video this week of the Wolves technical director, thank you. I was going to call him academy manager. Sorry, bro. Talking about how the youth structure is built to benefit the quote-unquote bigger clubs. And I'll explain why I'm saying quote-unquote in a minute. And essentially what he's saying is when a youth player gets to 15, 16, you as the smaller club, quote-unquote, need to make a decision whether you're going to invest and at Wolves' level, X amount of millions, or lose them to, a Chelsea or Arsenal or whatever it is. And he was saying, we produce lots of good quality players that they need to be getting into the first team or have that pathway for their career, but also so we can make some money back on our investment. Now, some people have rightly pointed out that everybody's a bigger club to somebody. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, if we're being open and honest and real here, the same way City and Chelsea are a bigger club to a Wolves, Wolves are a bigger club to a Doncaster or a Rochdale or even Luton. They're a bigger club. So it works both ways. You can't complain on one end because the bigger teams, the elite teams, are poaching your players, your best prospects, but then you're now poaching players from Sheffield Wednesday or Bristol off the back of the fact that you're in the Premier League. Not even that you're an elite club, you're in the Premier League.
No, but he's not annoyed about those players because those aren't the ones that he knows are going to go to the Prem level. Do you know what I mean? So I agree with you. I think I hadn't thought about it until you mentioned it earlier today. But yeah, everyone's a big club to somebody.
Yeah, it's all about where you rank in the food chain.
Yeah.
That is
Bingo.
it,
Bingo.
ultimately. And if you look around the clubs in the Midlands, which is Wolves' kind of catchment area, they're going to be going after the Walsalls, the Coventries.
Exactly.
Like even Leicester, they're going to be competing with those. And
Someone did geography.
Oh, standard, bro. Come on. You know. And he can't honestly sit there and say he hasn't paid over the odds for a player from one of those lesser
But
academies.
it doesn't have to be over the odds. He's just got the money to make that club offer they can't refuse.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to complain about, really and truly.
But I do think that people talk about the compensation system isn't fair, etc. I don't agree. I do think that, they have to balance the risk of, this person's a high value youngster, but also they might never make it. How many percentages of players do we see
That's true.
get bought and come through? So, we talked about the 6 million for Rio at Liverpool. And I think that's a lot of money for someone who, how old was he? 16 when Liverpool bought him?
15.
15, right? So, of course, elite talent. Liverpool can pay that money. We've seen it before. A guy makes 10, even 30 appearances. That's it. We don't see him again at that level anyway. But I think what they do need to have a look at is the compensation. And I don't want to get all restrictive, but I think there needs to be some kind of cap or some kind of structure to what you can offer them pay-wise.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, forget the transfer fee. That's what draws people away. Oh, I can start earning X amount. Whatever they do to help the family set up.
Exactly.
All of that stuff needs to be structured and be very, very strict. So actually, if
There
you're
is
Man
some
City,
level of protection.
yeah, exactly. And then it's very, very objective what makes you elite. How many age groups have you played for England? How many appearances have you made at international? Otherwise, you will never win. If someone has got enough hype around them, that's how you end up with these 16, 17-year-olds on whatever wages, and Wolves or any other clubs can never compete.
What about future inflows? So future benefits.
Yeah.
Maybe
So-
it may be stipulating that if this player now comes to use, part of that compensation is maybe 10% of profit of any future profits.
Yeah, how many games they play in the first team. Yeah,
So
all of that
I
stuff.
was doing a bit of research, and normally when the tribunal sets the fee, they say it's a 20% sell-on. But maybe that should just be
20.
50. Maybe that should be 50. Should be a blanket.
Standard. It's a lot, but I
Yeah,
think
it's
there
a
should
lot.
be a standard.
I tell you what, I think
it should be enough to make them
I don't
think.
think 20 is enough.
No, I think it should be 50, and over time it gets lower. You
Yeah,
can't top.
yeah.
You can't top 50%
When he's
when
25.
Rio is 24, and we've done all this work and paid him all this money. No. So if we sell him soon, 50%, and over the years it goes down.
Yeah, that's not a bad
or
shout.
as other things trigger and kick in, then it comes
Sliding
through.
scale, yeah.
But I think that's where these guys are going to struggle to compete because, he gave the example of a goalkeeper and he's like, I've literally got to convince the club to invest millions in this keeper. I'm guessing he's talking salary over a period of time. Or we already know we're going to lose him. And that's because someone's offering him wages that he probably doesn't want to compete with or shouldn't have to. So I think that's probably where we need to look at it. But there's no doubt that everybody is trying to find those gems at that level more. as the top end of the transfer market and the big blockbuster transfers kind of cool down.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's looking for that younger player.
In terms of the tribunal setting a fee, try and guess who the number one player is with the highest tribunal fee. So they moved from a club when they were younger to another club.
Raheem.
Nope.
Wait, is it, how recent is it?
It's over 10 years.
Okay, and it's not Raheem.
It's
Daniel
it's
Sturridge.
It's an English striker, not Daniel Sturridge. You man are never going to get it. Like,
It's an English striker.
English striker.
Fast
You're-
Frank-
I was just going to say that.
No.
Friendly
No,
Jeffers.
he's Everton through and through. Over 10 years, yeah?
Yeah, over 10 years.
It wasn't Michael.
No.
Not David Nugent or someone mad like that.
It's in that kind of bracket. That kind of bracket.
Oh.
One more guess each. No.
Peter Crouch.
No. Go on, have that.
Did the person play for England?
Maybe there might be a one cap hero.
Oh,
might
I
be.
don't know. Yeah.
Darren Bent.
Danny Ings.
You're lying.
Told you would never get it. I
From
can't remember
who to
who the fifth player was, but Danny Ings was number one. Rio was number two.
Rio Ferdinand.
No, Rio Ings
Oh,
was
yeah.
Elliot, Harvey Elliott when he
Yeah, I
was from
remember
Fulham,
from Fulham.
and Ethan Ampadu was number 5. I can't remember who was between Ampadu and
Chelsea. Sheffield Wednesday or Sheffield United? I think I want to say for Ampadu to Chelsea.
No. Wasn't it Exeter?
yeah, it was
Exeter,
it was like a
Exeter.
really small club.
Yeah, it was
a really
Exeter.
small club. But yeah, Danny Ings was number 6.9,
That doesn't surprise
and
me.
that was over 10 years ago.
Doesn't surprise me because he strikes me as the kind of guy that he was slapping goals in the youth team.
Yeah, but probably.
Yeah. He strikes me as the kind of guy he was doing crazy numbers and everyone thought, right, we found the next one.
new
Do you know
boy,
what I
yeah.
mean? You found the next one. So yeah, interesting one, but no disrespect to the Wolves guy, bruv. Stop crying, innit?
Yeah, hold your licks.
Anyway, let's move to the continent. I don't know if you've been keeping up, but Kylian Mbappe is causing some ruptures over at Madrid. And we had an interesting turn of events last week. I'm not entirely sure of the order, so you lot can update me if you know. But essentially, Mbappe was injured for the Clasico. Context for the Clasico is this is where Barcelona beat Real Madrid to win the league. 3-1 or something like that.
I can't remember the score, but
Or maybe 4. Anyway, Mbappe posts a la Madrid
while they were losing.
during the game after they're 2-0 down or something like that, which I think is a minor, but you play for Madrid, right? People pick up these things. And then he returns to the Madrid team. I don't know why I'm laughing already. He returns to the Madrid team as a sub and he gets booed. So now he starts. In the press conference after the game, I believe, he says that Arbeloa tells him he's the 4th choice striker. And now he needs to work hard to get above Vinny, Mostantino, I've probably not said his name correctly, and Garcia. Arbeloa says, well, I didn't tell him, sorry, he said 4th attacker. Arbeloa says, I didn't tell him he was a 4th attacker. I don't have 4 attackers. So what's he talking about? So when they ask Mbappe after, did you see Arbeloa's press conference? He said, at home I only have French television. I don't watch Spanish television. Walks off.
It's muggy.
This is nasty,
Bruv,
you know.
what is going on? And then you start seeing stuff about how even at Monaco he used to move a little bit mad.
Yeah.
There was 1 or 2 suspensions. Don't know how true they are. But I'm just surprised we've got this far without seeing any kind of problem child tendencies.
PSG.
Yeah, but that was more about I don't need to defend and stuff.
No,
I didn't know
he
about
want-
training ground bust ups and all that stuff.
It was so when Neymar arrived, he thought, "I'm the big dog, but okay, it's Neymar."
Was it Neymar there before him? I
Or
thought
was it
was
Neymar there first?
No, I think Neymar was there first, no?
I can't remember, to be honest.
Yeah.
Either okay, if
Either way,
wait,
I remember that because
You're right.
they were meant to be besties first and then it deteriorated.
So I think when Mbappe arrived, he realized I can't because
Yeah.
Neymar's already here, right? Forgive me, I got timeline wrong. But either way, it wasn't bad, but then Messi turned up, and then it was Neymar's now hanging with Messi. What about me? That it wasn't let me just get in and amongst them. It was no. I'm meant to be the guy. What everyone's now hanging around Messi,
I was meant to
following
be next in
Messi.
line.
Messi's the guy. Messi's this. Messi's that. But and then obviously it was the whole thing of about too many chefs in the kitchen. There's not enough room for all of us. Messi, Mbappe wanted to be the main guy. Messi's obviously left. Neymar's gone. It's now Mbappe's team, but now Mbappe's holding him ransom with the Real Madrid situation. He now wants to leave. He fobbed Real Madrid off.
Oh yeah, of course.
Remember?
Then he signed that 1 year deal, and then he took PSG to court for the money. Yeah. It's
Then
true.
he's left.
It's true. It was me. I wasn't looking. It's
So
not that
I'm
we didn't know. I
telling
just
you,
wasn't
the
looking.
signs were there, bro. The signs were there. The signs were there.
So now, obviously, Arbeloa, he's cut Arbeloa for the knees, really. But they're saying it's Jose Mourinho next.
It's confirmed.
Has it been confirmed?
It's confirmed.
Yeah, today, I think it was.
Confirmed.
Hey, Amazon, get down there. We need a documentary.
But you know what? Real Madrid is just a toxic environment anyway. Because Perez done an interview, a press conference, scheduling himself a press conference on like Thursday or Friday, just saying, Barcelona cheats, the league are helping Barcelona.
Yeah, but guys, let's remember, this is normal over there, innit? That kind of warfare is normal. Remember, they've got newspapers dedicated to that club daily.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, Real Madrid are complicit to the nonsense that goes on. So don't start coming out complaining about how the mafia is being run when you're at the top table.
No, but I don't think he's complaining. I think it's just another narrative that he wants to put out and control. Remember, Perez has been around a long time. He's been around the block.
The funny part was like, I'll leave when someone defeats me in the voting.
Exactly.
Right, fair enough.
That's above. He's the godfather there. So I am interested to see, but I guess it just feels like what seemed like such a great institution for a long time is crumbling. We've got fights, not only fights, but fights that are being leaked. People are going to hospital, getting fined, wherever they're getting fined. We're seeing certain body language on the pitch, videos of Jude not really gelling with Mbappe and arguing, all this stuff. It's like the Galacticos, the Galacticos version 2026.
It never really seems to work, though.
Well, they would argue
The
it did.
Galactico thing, it never really seems to work.
They will say it worked with the Zidane team that won the CL.
No,
they won
but if you look at
three out of four.
If you look at the original Galacticos, they won one Champions League.
Yeah.
I don't think they won the league, did they?
They did. They
Beckham won the league in his last game, innit?
Exactly.
So
and then they didn't really have Galacticos. They had Cristiano Ronaldo. Benzema was already at the club. I wouldn't have considered.
Would you say Bale was a Galactico of that time?
I think the term Galactico was going out and finding the best talent.
Yeah, already. I'm paying whatever. I'm bringing them in,
right?
Yeah.
I think the second iteration that won the Champions Leagues back to back.
Yeah, they became Galacticos
really
there.
Yes.
Yeah.
They weren't. Yeah. That was built, and now they've gone out again to try and find the best talent, and it's not working again. So for me, there's something there that this Galactico experiment, it just never seems to work. Like there's I don't know. I never thought, and it's all well and good saying it now while it's happening and unfolding, but I never thought Mbappe would fit in the Madrid system. He loves the left side of the field too much, and you've already got Vinny there.
I'm gonna have to just take the L on this one. To be fair, I argued for about 3 episodes with Keith about how Mbappe was gonna land there, and I thought his 400 million goals last season proved me right, but clearly. It was just a ticking time bomb. So what do you do now? Mbappe is there. He's on whatever millions a week.
They can't get rid of him.
But Mourinho's there now. You bring Mourinho in for a specific reason, didn't you? You bring Mourinho in because he's got the personality, he's got the stature, he's got the respect. And I'm sure he would have said to Perez, listen, I need to come in and do Mourinho. Otherwise, it's just forget it, right? So what do you do now? And I agree with you, where he's coming in. If him and Mbappe don't gel, you got to pick one.
It's a precarious situation because it's like you've got Mourinho out on the left, you've got Mbappe in through the middle who doesn't want to play through the middle, he wants to play out on the left, and you've got Mourinho who likes his players to work.
Yeah. And then Mbappe doesn't do work.
We've seen the clips of Luis Enrique trying to get him to understand the importance of being part of a team. It doesn't work. He's not going to do it. So now it's for me, it's not a matter of if, it's when they fall out. Because Mbappe is not going to
So
do
let's
it.
say they fall out in your Perez. What do you do? What direction are you going?
You can't get rid of him. You pay him too much.
It depends where you are in the league. If you're top of the league,
You back in Mourinho.
and Mbappe is being fractious, you back Mourinho.
And do what? Sit Mbappe on the bench?
Yeah, come on
There's
for the
one club-
come on for the
you
last
pay-
20
you
minutes.
There's
pay him
one
too
club
much,
that can
bro.
sit a man down who's getting paid $400-500 a week. It's Real Madrid, and it's Perez.
Because
I
said
no
it a
one else
couple
is going to
weeks
pay him
But they
those
did it with
wages.
Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale was on the same money that he's on now. And Wednesday, that one didn't want him in the squad. Perez said, cool.
Even
Yeah,
Beckham
but
had to sit down.
that Bale's not Mbappe.
I know, but if you think about it financially, that's kind of what it was. And I think this is one of the few clubs, to Keith's point, if the team is winning, if Mourinho puts out a team that's winning and doing well, and then Mbappe is not in it, Perez will say, fine.
And he's going into his third season at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Hasn't won a trophy yet.
And the team he left is won the Champions League and is about to
He's
take on
got,
Arsenal
he's
for
got to
second
have
one.
some self-reflection and be like, all right, granted, I've won a World Cup. The leagues in France, yeah. You've come to Real Madrid to elevate them back to winning Champions League, winning the league. If he ends another season with nothing, people are going to start looking at him funny.
They're already.
You're already looking at him funny.
Funnier. They can start looking at him funnier.
And where does he go from here? Honestly,
Yeah.
where does he actually go?
Leaves on free transfer.
Bruv, I
and
thought
then
you
it
said
goes-
Leeds. I'm like, what?
No. Leaves on a free transfer. He
No, but
goes
he's
where
probably
he
got
wants.
like a
innit?
5-year deal or something. This is only year 3. He's probably got a 4 or 5 year deal. I don't know. Let's see. Look, I don't put it past Mourinho to make it work. I actually think Vinny's going to be the victim of all of this for a few reasons. One, he's in the last year of his contract. Apparently, he wants a certain level of money that Madrid aren't willing to pay. So if anybody can get sat down and no one cares, it's him. So maybe Mbappe goes out left, Vinny gets sat down, and Garcia or someone or whoever they buy in the summer plays up front. I think that's how this starts to work.
I don't know, man.
The whole work rate thing, that's a whole other thing. I don't know about that. But because even Cristiano Ronaldo, he never did work rate. But when Mourinho was there, they figured it out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But
I don't
he
know.
had, but let's be real. Look who he had like a left back behind him.
Yeah, it's true.
He had Marcelo behind
Yeah.
him.
And by the
And
time
a midfield
Mourinho
that
came,
controlled this.
wasn't he playing central anyway? Cristiano. No, Benzema was there. So I think, but I think Benzema pushed that a little bit to, and he worked. So not sure, but it's a sad state of affairs. They need to sort it out. They need to really sort it out.
I'm still skeptical over Mourinho, though.
I think he's declined, man.
Yeah, massively.
Yeah.
So someone said it in one of our football groups today, actually, tactically he's behind. Football's moved on without him. But I just think that's the one team where, with the talent and everything there, it's not going to matter as much,
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah,
It's
let's
not
see.
going to matter as much. But anywhere else is finito. We saw that at Tottenham. We saw that.
To be fair, he went unbeaten in Benfica. Granted, he weren't there for the whole season, but
Yeah, and he
It's
didn't
not
win
bad.
that many games, but he did go unbeaten. He did go unbeaten. So we'll see. Interesting. I'm just glad he's back at
Top
somewhere. Yeah. And we can see the press conferences, boy. It's gonna be spicy. More managerial moves. Xavi Alonso, Liverpool legend, has rocked up at Chelsea. What do you think? Do you think that this is finally the appointment, the right caliber of appointment? Or actually, the problems are, there's 4 or 5 problems and the manager's only one of them. So you might solve one. You need to solve all the other ones to get this machine going.
Well, the thing is, for me, I think this appointment, the way I'm looking at this appointment, if he does as well as Maresca, at the very least, then that's a good thing for them, and it's something that they can build off of. I think Maresca would have stuck around had he not had his eyes on the City job, and then tried to use structural issues
To mask it.
as a way out the
Yeah,
door,
yeah.
right? But
Because it's telling, Xavi Alonso has been announced as the manager, not
Exactly.
head coach,
Yeah.
manager.
very telling.
so I think they are putting their eggs in one basket. They're saying, "Look, we believe in you. We're going to give you free reign. Lead us." And then go for. I think what will be interesting is to see the players that they bring in the summer, over the summer, they're going to need experience. Xabi Alonso's not going to be able to. I mean, he worked with a youngish set of players at Leverkusen, but Chelsea need experience.
Yeah, no, agreed. And I heard a stat today that they've only got 2 players over 26 in that squad. And I don't think they've got any players over 28 or something. So there's a couple of, they could sprinkle it with a couple of... I'm not saying go out and get a 35-year-old.
No, but
in the game today, you can go and get someone, 3-year contract, 28, 29, been around the block. Go get someone from Real Madrid. But I think there's a good nucleus of the squad there to work from. I don't think the squad is as good as people expect it to be for the money they spent. But they were buying young players that needed refining. And some of them aren't going to be as good and some of them are going to do better. I'm really interested to see how he works with someone like Cole Palmer. Because he's very much a systems guy. He's very much a tactico.
I take positive. I take a positive view from his work he did with Florian Wirtz
Fair.
in the Bundesliga.
Say that.
Yeah, fair. That's true.
So he knows how to get the most out of a creative player,
Structuring, man.
and put him in a system. Obviously, we're going to see the 3-5-2 system because that's what he seems to work off of. So maybe you'll see him off the striker in one of those 10 positions.
Yeah, and there's a possibility that Chelsea won't be in Europe next season. And that would be an absolute dream for him. Rather than being a Conference League, and I know last time they did it, they won it, but having 5 days on the training pitch between matches, I think that would be perfect for him.
Yeah, I agree.
Going in. I don't think he'd want to go with the Conference League in his first season. Yeah. Having that time on the pitch, getting his philosophy out to the players.
Keith loves a one game a week structure, He loves pointing it out when clubs are playing 1 game a week.
But it benefits teams, man.
So
especially a top team like Chelsea.
That's almost I don't want to call it pre-season, but you know what I mean, innit? That's almost like a dream settling.
Yeah,
get people in and out. Yeah, fair. I mean, he's not.
Is he taking over for the last game?
No. It starts July the 1st.
No.
July 1st.
Yeah,
so they'll let Callum see it out.
And then pre-season. I hope he gets to stick around in the backroom staff and that.
No, they said they're keeping him.
Oh,
so Alonso's bringing 3 or 4 people.
Of course.
But they said Callum's staying. So
10 backroom staff these days.
Which is good.
So, last thing on the Alonso piece, is this Liverpool's loss?
It's Liverpool's loss, but I think there's more to it. I think the whole situation where he decided to go to Real Madrid instead of coming to Liverpool, I think that has obviously stuck in the minds of the senior management. But Slot's not doing great, is he? Like, I get it. You want to back him and stick around, but the opportunity was there to take him. Take up Xabi Alonso.
No, but remember, when we went in for him, was just after they won the league, innit? And he said he wanted to stay
another year.
Because he only went to Real Madrid at the start of this season. I don't know if it's a loss. Because a lot of people are just putting 2 and 2 together and getting 5. Alonso, Liverpool, perfect. They done it with Gerrard. And then Alonso done well.
Wait, what do you mean they done it with Gerrard?
When Gerrard was done well at Rangers, they were like, "Oh, Gerrard will be the next Liverpool manager," etc.
But I think that calculation makes sense. He is Steven Gerrard. He lives and breathes Liverpool.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying that they've just done the same thing with Alonso.
Yeah, and I think that part doesn't necessarily add up, in my opinion.
For as good as Alonso was, I don't think he sees Liverpool as how the fans are seeing Alonso, if that makes sense.
Yeah, facts. And I was hoping one of you get to that point. Yeah, I agree.
And the fact that he's gone to Chelsea should kind of
confirm that.
Yeah. Should confirm that. You know what I mean?
Didn't he? And someone reminded me the other day. Didn't he try and leave like twice?
No, he nearly signed for you, man.
Yeah. Because one of it was the Gareth Barry thing.
So before Gareth Barry,
yeah,
he tried to sign for you lot.
Yeah,
and then the whole Gareth Barry thing, that's been muddied, like depending on what story you listen to. But obviously,
Rafa wanted him out.
Rafa wanted Barry in
because
it didn't work. Yeah. And then Alonso had that amazing season that got him to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
So I don't think, I'm not saying that he doesn't love Liverpool.
Yeah, I know, but the way they're putting it together, like Alonso loves off Liverpool. He would have been a great fit for you guys, etc. The other thing as well, he's done amazing things at Leverkusen, but he's still an early stage manager.
Very much
Yeah,
so.
he's only had 174 games in charge. as a
Yeah,
manager.
so this romance is not going to carry you on a Wednesday night at Leeds, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So we'll see in time. Obviously, again, can't dismiss his time at Leverkusen. You don't win any league invincible if you don't know what you're doing, right? You know, and win the cup and all of that. But I think it's only a loss to Liverpool in terms of having someone in the dugout who understands the club, who's been around the place and can do all of that. So yeah, all right. Last thing, I got a quiz for you, man.
Run it.
Ready? Can you name every permanent Chelsea manager since Jose Mourinho's first stint in charge?
Yeah.
And you know what's mad? There's been 15 permanent Chelsea
15
managers.
permanent.
Bro, imagine. Right, let's go.
Gussadink,
Yes.
Lampard.
Yes.
Graham Potter,
Yep.
Rossini.
Yep.
Maresca.
Yep.
Avram Grant.
Yes, that's. I couldn't remember his name. I couldn't remember his name.
Yes.
Well, Di Matteo was just caretaker, wasn't it? Even though he won the Champions League.
No,
they-
Nah,
no,
he
they
got
gave
the
him the job
They
after.
gave him the
Yeah.
job.
after.
Okay, Di
He just
Matteo.
did last long. That's why you thought he was going to take up.
Yeah.
Rafa. Won the Europa League.
Ooh. Was he perm though?
Yeah, he won. He was there. Don't remember the uproar.
No, he wasn't perm.
He was, man. He fell out with Lampard and Terry on the plane. He was perm. Trust me.
No, he wasn't.
Was he not?
No, he wasn't.
That's mental. I thought he was.
How many we got now?
Bruv, there's one obvious one,
How
bruv.
many we got?
Scolari.
Yeah, Scolari.
That wasn't even the obvious one.
I know, but I'm
Flip
saying
it
like,
out.
yeah, just-
yeah, you got
yeah.
Scolari. You need 4.
4.
Maresca, obviously.
Villas-Boas.
Yeah, come on,
Good
3 now.
shout.
Come on, man. There's 2 obvious ones.
Who took over? He said he'd. Oh, Ancelotti.
Yeah, 1. The other one is gonna piss you lot off.
Mourinho left. Hiddink.
He's announcing the squad soon.
Tuchel.
Yes.
Ah, yes. Forgot about that.
Let me just see. There's one more.
No,
There's
Maresca.
one more. There's one more. It's not easy, but he was there. And there's a clue I can give you, but it's too bait.
What time frame we got?
Nah, it gives it away, man. I know how your brain works.
Before Potter.
Yes.
After Benitez.
Ooh, I can't remember. Benitez is in on there. Bro, you gotta kick yourselves, man. One of the oddest managers in a while. If I give you the only 2 clues I have,
Former player.
give it away. No. Yes, finally. Because you 2 pissed me off, but you know everything, bruv.
Not a former player, manager.
Nope.
Starting to think.
All right. I will.
European.
Yes. Do you want a clue?
Yeah, go on.
Lukaku now plays for one of the clubs he used to manage.
Oh my god.
Oh, I couldn't get him.
No, you already said Conte.
Was it
No,
not
we
Conte?
didn't. We
No,
didn't.
we didn't say
We didn't
Conte.
Oh, I missed that. That wasn't even what I was talking about.
Oh, we didn't say Conte. though.
So Lukaku, what's the clue?
Lukaku currently plays for one of the clubs he used to manage.
Napoli.
Lukaku's at Napoli.
Yeah. Come on, Keith, bruv. And it's not Conte.
Oh, the smoking guy.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name?
Yeah.
Not Spalletti.
Glasses.
Bielsa. No, not Bielsa.
Let's go,
Bielsa,
bruv.
Ah, I can see him. I can see his face, bro.
Just let me know when you quit, and I'll
What
tell
does
you
he
the
look like? What does he
name.
look like?
I'll not give you his glasses. You're
He
gonna
wears
be.
like
You
dark
are gonna be
black,
mad
black
annoyed.
rim glasses.
You're gonna be mad annoyed.
Ah, what's and he used to sit on the no. Ah,
But that's Bielsa, man.
no,
What's with Bielsa, bro?
because Bielsa looks like him. I don't know.
Where's
he
he
doesn't.
from? Where's he from? What country?
Ah,
I'm not
is it,
telling you, it's too bait.
No, see.
is it Argentina?
Nah, it can't be. Can't be. They've not had an Argentine.
Bro,
manager.
come on, man. We gotta come out of here.
Ah, yeah, like you said,
Yeah? Mauricio, sorry.
that's it.
See you next week. Bro, you see when I saw that? I said, this ain't easy.